What's good, YouTube? With you go home warrior, back with you guys with another video. I actually just seen a thing about this morning as far as Tua Tagovailoa goes and the Miami Dolphins fan base. It seems like this 6-year arrangement has come with a lot of ups and downs, and as much as I see certain fans want to get rid of him and whatnot, and they say it's time to move on and let's try another quarterback, I get that perspective, I do, but my only question to people is, so what can another quarterback do with the given circumstances he had to deal with? Meaning a really bad offensive line up front, I mean real bad, a subpar at best receiving core, hell, they're not even subpar no more, they're below average, a below average receiving core minus Tyreek, because Waddle falls into that fold too. Don't care what you say about it, he falls into that fold as well. No real tight end play outside of Dulcich. Achane is a beast, but let's be real here. We don't even have the line for him to run between the tackles. He has to run on the edge every single time to get his yards. He's not going between the tackles getting no type of effect. It's to the edges, left and right. He's stretching out the defense to get up the seams, and then he's gone. He's not going between the tackles because our line ain't built like that. So, Jalen Wright, who's our thunderback, he can run a little bit, but let's be real here. He's not very effective on the edges. He runs between the tackles, and he has to get a full head of steam to do that. So we have a decent rushing attack led by Achane, a below average receiving core, a terrible fucking line. And at the time, we had one of the most innovative minds in football at the moment, in Mike McDaniels, but he refused, and I mean refused, to change his tactics and how he called the games. So we became a very predictable offense. But people always want to blame Tua for it, right? Seems like he gets blamed for everything. The defense fucks up that day. It's Tua's fault. He should have scored every possession he had. The offense balls out, but somehow the defense gives the game away. It's Tua's fault because he could have held the ball a little bit longer for us, and we would have been in that situation. I be wondering sometimes, do people actually listen to what they say, or do they just talk? Because, I mean, he goes out there several games, and he's putting you in position to stay on the field and try to score, but because we either stall out or we don't convert, and then we're asking the defense to help us a little bit, and they don't do it, now all of a sudden it's his fault for him not holding his end of the bargain up. Well, if his guy had caught the pass that was actually a catchable ball, then he holds it in the bargain up, right? So what exactly are we pinning on him? Is it the throw? Is it the time he had to project that throw to get the pass off between the numbers? Are we looking at the fact that that receiver, whoever that may have been, either A, ran the wrong route, or B, did not get enough separation between him and that defender to make that catch? Because a lot of throws this year, all season that he had, his receivers were blanketed. Except Tyreek Hill, but they put Tyreek Hill in the bubble with cover 2. All they had to do with Tyreek is stay 10 yards ahead of him, and he can't outrun you no more like he once could. Let's be real here, the man's about to be 31 this upcoming football season. I know, like anybody else, I'm 39 years old. You know how hard it is to separate from people? The older you get, the harder it is. When you're young, meaning 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, that's young, you can separate on a dime. Matter of fact, it's effortless how quick you separate. But now, that's not the case anymore. Because the older you are, the more energy required to use just to separate. And then you still got to have the presence of mind to watch the ball into your hands to make the catch, and then do what you're going to do with the ball after you've completed the catch. So it's a lot that goes into it that most fans don't understand, because all they do is scream at the fucking TV about a drop catch, about a bad route, about not separating, not taking into accountability your age, how much wear and tears on your body, all that stuff. All that goes into fruition. But then they say dumb shit like, I can go do that. Your fat Cheeto puff eating ass couldn't do nothing other than sit there and yell at the TV and call people trash. When we all know in pickup games, you were the last one to get picked. Maybe one even getting picked at all. So I said all that to say there are reports about Malik Willis coming to Miami. And to me, that's a waste, because I went on my space last night and I detailed in full about how Malik was playing in Green Bay and how his line looked. The man had all day and then some to make those throws. Like, that's clearly red light. That man had all day to make the throws he made. And I mean, he had all day. As a matter of fact, it had got to a point where they were showing throws that he was making, and I saw the receivers going down the field, like down the field, deep post routes, goal routes, seam routes, up the seam, beating the linebacker and splitting the safety. They were by themselves pretty much over the top of the defense, getting those big chunk yards, getting those big long plays. But he was behind the line that actually gave him the time allotted to look down the field and make that throw. When you come to Miami, that's going to be the issue. Which I believe Sullivan's going to fix that completely. But most teams in the league have the allotted time to make those throws, i.e. Buffalo, i.e. New England, i.e. Indy, Jacksonville. We can go on and on with this. We can do this all day. Denver, Kansas City. A lot of these teams have the damn line allotted to do this. It seems to me that the only way to be effective with Tua is for him to get the ball out of his hands quickly. And I would decimate that argument, because the same guy that you're talking about that cannot survey the field and that needs the ball out of his hand in less than 2 seconds, that same dude that was in college that people slobbed over, that they were in all about, he had more than 4 or 5 seconds in the pocket in Alabama. What happened? He carved up defenses. They had to send blitzes to come get him. And even then, most times that didn't work, because he could sidestep, maneuver in the pocket, still look downfield and let that bit ride. Meaning, it ain't all, it ain't all him. And I wish the fan base would take a second to realize you need elements to this. I'm not saying he don't need the damn 98 Broncos offensive line, no. But you need a competent line that would allow your playmakers to do what they do. If, like I just detailed, if Achane can't run between the tackles, which every time we see him try, it's maybe a yard. Most times it's a negative yard. If he can't do nothing with that line, what in the hell can a left-handed, as they say, immobile quarterback do, who you're constantly asking him to look down the damn barrel of that shotgun, knowing he about to get hit with both of them buckshots, and throw that ball, which he's done over and over and over again. But his one bad year that he has all around this year, now all of a sudden it's time to move on. Now all of a sudden he sucks. Now we need a new quarterback. Well, then when your new quarterback comes, and if the line play has not improved and he's dealing with the same shit that Tua dealt with, except he's not able to process things as quickly, or he's not able to get the ball to the receivers, then what will you say? Because I need that same energy that was thrown onto that kid, thrown onto the next guy. And I don't want to hear about the damn receivers or the line. Because when we said, hey, Tyreek dropping ball, he could have thrown a better ball than that. The Baltimore game, did he not throw it right into his chest? The Eagles game, did he not hit him in the chest? Did he not? The Ravens game, the man got hit in the chest. Still dropped the ball. So when we make solid arguments about what's going on, and we get thrown back in to where we have to listen to, well, it's still on the quarterback. Okay, well then the next guy that comes in, I need you to say the same thing. But I know what's going to happen. They're going to say it's his first year in the system, blah, blah, blah. He'll get better, blah, 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 blah. those arguments were not made for Tua. They were not. From the jump, he was expected to make, sugar out of shit. And for the most part, he did. The problem that people had with him was it didn't look sexy. It wasn't the Josh Allen type plays. It wasn't Lamar Jackson. It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. He's never been those type of quarterbacks, and I've been okay with that. I like the traditional drop back Tom Brady, Peyton Manning players. You know why? Because that's what makes the offense fluent, not a damn Michael Vick. As great as Michael Vick was, I was never ever sold on him being a quarterback of that nature, because teams will build a way around to defeat you, not the team, you. So if you're the primary issue they have, they're going to find a way to resolve that. That's what all defenses would do. And to me, it's like you guys fall in love with the flash, the damn 10, 20-yard runs up the field, but you fail to realize the substance behind it. Maybe to them, or maybe somehow the play broke down, or at the time they had to improvise because the offense or the line wasn't holding long enough for them to get that ball off. Like Josh Allen, plenty of times his line and pretty much broken down around him. He just escaped out the pocket and run. The problem he had was he just can't stop fumbling, which is why he lost the damn playoff game. But you get behind your keyboard and stuff, and then you want to talk Brody about Tua when he can kill us of a fuck what you got to say. But that don't mean he don't see it or it's not read to him. Of course it is, but hell, like he said in one of the pressers, me going home to see my kids is one of the best things, and people took that shit out of context. I don't think no man that is in the NFL that has kids don't want to go home and see their kids. But because he said it, it's a problem. Had Josh Allen said it, or Lamar Jackson, they do have children. Had they said it, oh, they're a stand-up guy, they're a family man, it shows that they're dedicated. They love both the NFL and their family. But because he said it, he's not taking his job serious as an NFL quarterback. What? When that man is up before 6 o'clock every morning to go to the damn facility, but he's not taking it serious? Are you for real? It's things like that I be questioning people's logic. Like, what? So do you just get up and just write? Do you just make up shit to get your numbers up on Twitter? Because it seems to work. You put the right sprinkle of words in there. I know this for a fact because I've done it. You put the right sprinkle of words in there, everybody and their mama is on your comment. Everybody likes what you just said. So seems like Tua's a hot rod for the wrong reasons. When to me, they should be building that lineup so that way, if and when they decide to move on from him, it's not, the offense solely isn't on him directly. Like Doug said in his previous video, it would be nice for other quarterbacks to come in and contribute right away versus us seeing the difference between the gap between Tua and the backup. It shouldn't be a huge, huge gap. It's still going to be a gap because what he could do, what he does with his deliverance is key in certain moments. But it shouldn't be no damn gap to where I'm over here at Chick-fil-A and damn McDonald's, which is damn near a mile away, is a mile away. That's crazy. That means we don't have a chance in hell if Tua goes down. I at least want some chance to win games. I don't want to be told, oh, well, we might not be making it this time because, without our quarterback, we ain't going to do nothing. No. Because the Eagles, when they lost Carson Wentz, Nick Foles came in there and balled the hell out. And they won the Super Bowl because of it. So that's what I want from Miami. I want to still compete even when Tua goes down. And I don't want Tua to go down at all. So don't get me. Do not think I'm saying I want the boy to get hurt, because I don't. But if he so happened to get hurt, we still can move on to the same beat of the drum and go compete for a decent playoff and possibly a championship. But that's my thoughts, guys. I got to go. Peace.